Wow, what an episode for Loki. Today we're going to be sharing my thoughts on episode 4 of the MCU Disney Plus series, starting now. Welcome to the channel. My name is Justin. Thank you guys for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about Loki episode 4. If this is the first time you are on my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more up and coming content like this. I really enjoyed the last episode of Loki. It was more of a character development. We got to understand the relationship between Loki and Sylvie. While many people really didn't like that episode, I thought it was a nice touch to the series. Not my favorite, but I still really enjoyed it. I was really looking forward to episode 4 and how they were going to continue it. Much like my previous reviews, this will contain spoilers, so if you have not seen the 4th episode, go check it out because it is really good. The episode opens up with Sylvie being snatched by the TVA as a child. Sylvie was born a Loki and lived for a few years on Asgard before Renslayer and the TVA stepped in. She eventually escaped when she was taken in by the TVA as a child, and we see that Renslayer has been involved for quite some time. Then we go to the present time where we do see Sylvie and Loki on Lamentis, and the apocalypse eventually happening. There's a shot with them two sitting there, and a lot of people thought that that was Loki and Black Widow when they first had the trailer. But the TVA steps in, Mobius comes and opens up a portal to bring them back to the TVA so they can handcuff them. Loki knows that the TVA is lying to all of the agents. They are all variants, so a lot of this episode is trying to convince Mobius that everybody is lying, including Renslayer, and so he's not quite sure how to kind of take all that information in. We do get Owen Wilson a lot within this episode. I definitely missed him from the 3rd episode, but we do get him a lot in here, and he's starting to kind of piece certain things together, questioning Renslayer and understanding that he may be a variant. And Sylvie takes B-15 back to our location from the previous episode and tells her that she is a variant and shows her memories from her past. And that's when everything kind of just comes together, that the TVA is lying. Once again, what I liked about this episode is the continuation of the relationship between Loki and Sylvie, how it is growing. And Mobius consistently questioning Loki, does he have feelings for Sylvie? And Loki continues to say no, but you kind of get the sense that he does. So that'd be kind of an interesting take on their relationship. But this series is surrounding with a lot of reveals, a lot of mysteries, and it continues to intrigue me even from the 1st episode. Now we're building a lot more with the TVA and them lying to their agents. They are variants. And then we actually get to see the timekeepers. A lot of suspense surrounding that. But then we have B-15 who comes in and helps keep Loki and Sylvie safe against Renslayer and the timekeepers. But when they cut off the head of one of the timeslayers, they learn that it is an android. So there's a lot of kind of mystery surrounding that too. And then we also get a confirmation that there's vampires in the MCU. So Blade, yes, I'm very excited. The action in here was all filmed really good. There's a really good fight sequence at the end involving the timekeepers and Renslayer, B-15, and Loki and Sylvie. But a very surprising moment, I hope that they don't stick with it, is that Mobius was killed off at the end of this episode. Fingers crossed that he isn't actually dead and it's just something else happening, but it allowed for Loki to kind of feel something. He had these emotions surrounding like the loss of Mobius. So we have seen a lot of character progression for Loki within this series so far. If it's towards Mobius or Sylvie or even himself, we've seen the character grow a lot within here. And then at the end of the episode, Loki was killed off too. But there's post-credit scenes. We do get a lot of the post-credit scenes kind of happening towards the end of the series. But he wakes up and asks if it's hell. And standing above him is a whole bunch of new Loki variants, including Richard E. Grant as classic Loki. I'm so excited for episode 5 and 6 and see what they do with all of that. I can't wait another week to see all of that. And when Loki is brought back by the TVA and he's put in a time loop as a punishment, we get Lady Sif. Jamie Alexander from the Thor movie just quickly goes through a time loop with Loki. It's a way to address his past behavior and kind of put an end to it. And she just punches him and kicks him a lot of times, and he just cannot put up with it. So it's fun to see her within this episode. I really hope that Kang the Conqueror shows up at some point. I wonder who is behind the TVA. And we have to remember that Kang, his girlfriend in the MCU series, is Renslayer. So hopefully they kind of address some of that in episode 5 and episode 6. So only got 2 more episodes left. It's turning out to be a pretty good series so far. I'm really enjoying what is happening with Loki and the TVA and Mobius and Sylvie. It's all a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and give this episode a B+. What do you think of episode 4 of Loki? Are you super excited for episode 5 like I am? Let me know in the comment sections down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.